Hello again, Todd Clemens, Okeechobee Livestock Market, and here's your weekly market report. Well, I tell you, this weather sure has switched around, man. It's hot. We got rain down here in South Florida, and a lot of people got wet, which I didn't know people were wet here. We needed the rain up on Kissimmee River. Grass is greening up. Pasture conditions are looking up. Cows still look pretty poor, though. We've got a long way ahead of us before those mama cows start looking better. I think I'll sure be glad when spring gets here. But no, the weather's good here, and the weather's also good from here for the trucks to get out west where they need to be going to get these calves delivered. Movement of cattle is back to normal, and that we knew that was going to happen, and the slaughter cow and bull market came back to normal, back to reality. We had some really high cows the last couple of weeks. And it was pretty good again this week, but we did have a large supply. People were informed, they saw the high cow market, and they brought them to town. So I'm thinking that if we still have cows left over here this week and the packers aren't picking them all up, it could indicate that prices will be a little bit lower maybe next week, but we'll see. They're needing them. They're needing the meat because we've got to restock those meat counters there at the grocery stores, and people are out and about buying meat. It's in high demand. And on that note, I read a newsletter from Cassie Fish. I read her all the time. She gives good information. And I'm going to put my glasses on and read just this little bit right here to you of box beef cutouts. Choices. Boxes after all continue to rally, and the choice printing this morning was at $241.40. The second highest in history for this date, and a new high for the move. While cash cattle prices this week are their lowest since 2011 for this week, meaning all the money is going into the packers' pockets at a record amount for the fourth quarter in a row. And that's what we've been talking about for over a year since this COVID thing came out and the slaughterhouses shut down on account of people getting sick and feedlots backed up with cattle. Meat prices went through the roof, and who was taking advantage of a bad situation? The meat packers. Same old tune, man, same old story. And we were trying to get something done about that, and nothing ever happened. But remember back last year we were talking about the 50-14 rule that Chuck Grassley, the senator from Iowa, who, by the way, he actually did catch COVID too, but he's fine. We had a guy down here from Iowa this week, and he said, yeah, Chuck, he's back going, and he's fine. But he's a champion for trying to help competitive markets, and that's what we have to have. Not as many cash trades are going on right now. There's so many cattle in the feedlots that are still backed up that the packer had the upper hand for a while there with huge supplies, and feedlots were having to get rid of those supplies. We're kind of back in normal range right now, but this winter storm has kind of shut things back down. The kill wasn't that great last week, and it's going to have to be a big kill week this week to get back to normal again. So, you know, having said that, I don't think we're any better off with finding competitive markets. We need to open up some more regional plants to process these cattle. Or we've got to have some rules or regulations in place to make those packers buy at least a certain percentage of their cattle on a cash market. So, hey, our family's in the marketing business. We understand how marketing works. It's supply and demand. Sellers bring their cattle and buyers come here to buy them, and it's all fair market trade, and that's the way it needs to be on the other end too. So I'll get off my bandwagon right there. But overall, cows and bulls still, even though they were quoted $4 to $8 lower, we still had some cows up there in the 70s and had a few good bulls weighing 1,800, 1,900 pound bulls that brought right there at $1. The feeder calf market, we had a decent run of feeder calves for this time of year. Richard Borland, we visited with him this morning. He picked his check up and he is pretty happy. Old Prairie, they had some good calves here that weighed around 500 pounds that brought $1.45 to $50, I think, and those steers averaged somewhere over $700, and that was pretty good, and Richard was happy. But they were good calves. They were good #1 calves We're still seeing a lot of odds and ends. We had some thin cattle in here, some thin calves that looked like they were just stressed from weather, maybe, or short of feed or something. But they were good little old black calves, kind of haired up calves that didn't have much flesh on them at all, pretty thin. And those ones weighing there around 3 to 350. I saw those steers bringing $1.40, $45, and it looked like that was plenty for what they were. But I mean, those things need a little bit of worm medicine and something to eat, and they're going to bounce back and do real good. So I hope those people that bought those cattle are going to do good with them. Maybe they'll bring them back through Okeechobee Livestock Market. We hope so. But no, everything's back to normal, and prices are pretty steady, and I guess it's going to be this way here for a little bit, and there's still some optimism out there that prices may get better in the second quarter of the year, so let's hope that happens. We had some high prices this week. On the calf side, Tim Tolson had a 210-pound calf that brought $2.55, bought by DNS. And Devil's Garden, I believe that's Jim Hull down there, Ray C. Hull Ranch, had a 1,305-pound cow bring $80.50. That's your market report.